I want to make this really clear. Healthy boundaries are never toxic or disrespectful. What is toxic and disrespectful is the abuse that comes after the boundary has been set. So we are never obligated to be setting our boundary more than once. It should be enough that you communicate it clearly once. So that is a breaking point that will act as a deal breaker, because you will notice if that person who you are setting that boundary with will respect that boundary or not. So if they respect you, they will be respecting your boundary as well. And this person will not be arguing with you or causing conflict with you, causing chaos and confusion. They will not be triggering your trauma. You will feel that you can actually be feeling safe around this person, in this encounter with this person. So your body will also tell you, your intuition will also tell you a lot about this person in question. If they are toxic to you or not, if they are being narcissistic to you or not. So always honor these feelings, because a narcissist, again, will never explain themselves. They will never apologize. All they do is walk all over innocent people. And they do not care about their victims. So even if they say sorry, it is not going to be authentic or genuine. I've been watching a lot of videos from people who are for example, on YouTube, who have been diagnosed to be narcissistic, and I have received good insight from those as well. Those videos have been very interesting and very insightful in that sense, that I respect that they are talking about this topic in this open, honest way, and that they are basically explaining of how the narcissistic person thinks and feels when you are encountering them. So it really helps the more we know how they act. So it is a lot easier for us to understand what's going on, what's happening, and to just take them less seriously. Because again, they don't deserve it that we take them seriously. So because their behavior is as mature as a 5-year-old's. So you really cannot be expecting much from them. And it's about time that we stop expecting much from these people, because it's only draining us, especially when we're sensitive empaths and highly sensitive people. God's chosen ones and earth angels, starseeds, we have already gone through enough of trauma in our lives. So we don't need any more. We need to protect our peace and our health and our lives. So it's important to know what the patterns are and what happens, because then it's a lot easier for you to stop blaming yourself. Because again, it is a serious matter if you really take their words into your heart and into your soul, because then you basically let them steal your peace. You let them get into your heart, which is what they want. They want to trigger you. They want to have this effect in you, which is sick. It is so psychopathic and twisted. But that is their goal, that they want this trigger out of you. They want your attention, your energy. They feed on your energy. So that is what they thrive on. So that is why it's important that you understand that it's not about you. That even if you have gone through this trauma, it is still no excuse for anyone to be hurting you. But these narcissists, you know, they will never, usually they will never take accountability and responsibility. It is always somebody else's fault. And they can do what they want without consequences. And you as an empath, you are always to blame for their issues, and you cannot be standing up for yourself, or they will say things like, oh, don't yell at me, don't raise your voice at me, don't say that, are you serious, you are a narcissist. They throw around these sorts of sentences out of nowhere, and you can really become even shut down and paralyzed because you don't know what to do, you don't know how to react. But that is why you have to be prepared that, you know, if it happens, that you can just recognize what's going on, and you don't need to take it to heart. You don't need to let them steal your peace and your soul, because, you know, if they get into your head, which is what they want, then, you know, they are again playing with your mental health and your physical health too. And the stress and all the, you know, the trauma, the panic can stay in this, you know, in your body in this negative way that it's not healthy. So of course, be protecting your peace first, and noticing if it happens, just noticing it, and just try not to take it to heart. You need to protect your heart. You need to protect your soul. That you don't let them have any power over you. And this is a practice, of course. It's like anything, it is a practice that you once you do the healing work, you do the boundary setting, you understand that you deserve healthy relationships, that you don't deserve disrespect, you don't need to be dealing with BS treatment. Yes, it can take time. Yes, that is why I'm here to help, and you can book a call with me as well, or you can join my coaching program for 3, 6, or 9 months if you're interested in a longer commitment, a deeper transformation for your life after these kinds of experiences, because it's important to have the right kind of support, and I can provide that when you are a sensitive person, because I know what it's like, because I have had to survive this on my own as a sensitive person. So it's not fair that, you know, you're alone with these things with no real support, because they really, you know, they really can get into your brain. They really can get into your energy field, you know, affecting your health in a negative way. So it is not anything to be joking with, you know. And I've been watching these documentaries again about people, you know, when they just basically lose themselves to demonic entities, and those entities want all the power and control and money, you know, and fame and all of that, and they don't care who they hurt in that process. It's like this light switch going on or off, and you know, suddenly a person feels like they need to kill someone. So if somebody is not respecting your boundaries, we should always, you know, you should always take it seriously, because it can really quickly escalate into something worse, a lot worse. So this is no joke. These narcissistic people, because they are so aggressive, so they are capable of taking a life. So if they're not killing you with stress and fear, they will start to hit you. So they will be physically attacking you, maybe sexually assaulting you, and they can even take your life. So that is why you need to really pay attention to the signs when somebody is not showing you respect, because it is usually not going to get better. Either a person respects you or not, but abuse is not going to get better. It is usually going to get worse, because they think that you allow it. Especially if you don't say anything, that they think that it's okay. They think that they can just treat you in any way they want and have all the power and control over you. Yes, it is sick, but that is how they think. Because they need you to be the outlet for their pain. They don't know what else to do with it. Because they are not capable of healing and handling their emotions in a healthy way. They are not capable of showing you authentic respect, of being considerate of you and your feelings and your boundaries, of you as a person. So yes, it is psychopathic, really. They are so insensitive. They are so fake. They need a punching bag. They need narcissistic supply. And when you don't give it to them, they get angry. They attack you. They gaslight you. They manipulate you. They brainwash you into always thinking that you are the one with a problem, and they are not. They are always the victim. They haven't done anything. They are basically a saint. And you are always the one with the issues. Which, of course, again, is very immaturely said and very ridiculous, because you haven't done anything. Likely you have just communicated normally with them, or maybe needed help from them, for example, asked for advice or help, or offered to help them with something, but you have been yourself authentically, and they don't like that, because they are not authentic themselves. They don't like the light and the power within you. The demons within them do not like the light and power within you. They cannot treat you as a person with human worth. They don't have human decency within them. So, because we're not dealing with normal people, so we have to remember that the line has to go somewhere. The healthy line has to go somewhere. Sometimes you just have to say to them, no, I'm not going to be approving this. This is my boundary, and you cannot come across my boundary. And I'm sticking to it. So they are so ridiculous, and they don't even realize how they are digging themselves into their own hole. They will never see that until maybe on their deathbed they will stop to think something, maybe. or if karma really starts to hit them, maybe at that point they might think something. But, you know, they don't have a conscience. They don't have a healthy conscience like a healthy person does. They don't feel remorse. So they can only be feeling the loss of a control over a person. But that's basically it. So we are really dealing with, you know, people who are basically empty shells, who have no souls, when we are dealing with these cruel, selfish, toxic, immature, mean people who attack us out of nowhere. That all you need to do is just communicate in a healthy way, maybe ask a question, or you know, set your boundary, or, you know, just say something, and they will be accusing you of yelling or being abusive or disrespectful. They simply cannot handle a person standing up for themselves or talking about feelings, or you know, communicating authentically. It really triggers them, and it can trigger them quickly. And then the narcissistic rage happens. So they want basically revenge on you, when all you wanted was normal, healthy communication with respect, and you want to practice peace and understanding, healthy communication. So that is what happens, and yeah, they just do not deserve anything. They do not deserve anything, really, except their karma and their lessons. So that is usually what happens. But do pay attention, because you don't want to end up dead because of a person like this. They can really be deceiving you. So you have to be careful, have to listen to your intuition. I remember from my past a few times when I've been a teenager and some car wanted me to hop in. There was a man in a car wanting me to come. Apparently, like, that is what I felt. I usually listen to music when I'm walking outside, so luckily I didn't hear anything what that man was saying. So there was one time in daylight and one time in evening when it was dark, so I could not even see who was there. But anyway, it's been really scary, you know, just an example of, you know, somebody who you don't know just approaching you and wanting something from you. So I really felt scared, fearful, like my intuition was warning me that you don't need to give these any attention, like, do not go talk to them or anything. So I didn't, and maybe my music was you know, protecting me in that way, because you know, it was good that I didn't hear anything that they said to me, because I would have been more scared. And we did not even have cell phones like these days we have, so that was also one issue. But yeah, so just a few thoughts and important things that I wanted to address. So be careful, and, you know, listen to intuition, and if you need more help and support, you know, get in touch.